Black and White Network fans, when it comes to obsession with race, when it comes to making disrespectful statements to black people that do not agree with leftists, more than likely, you're probably going to find a Democrat making those kind of statements. Now, white liberals, black liberals, they despise, absolutely despise a black conservative, a black Republican. They hate it because in their eyes, if you are black, you must be a Democrat. Remember, Joe Biden said, if you don't vote for him, then you ain't black. This is very, very disrespectful to black people, especially, black conservatives. Now, me, myself, I am not a Republican. I'm a conservative because we know that not all Republicans are conservatives. They're not. Some of these people are just terrified of the left and they'll just go along with anything that the left says. Those type of Republicans exist, and I don't support them. I don't support people politically that agree with the left. I will not do it. So that brings me to Sonny Hostin here. Sonny Hostin of The View, Black and Latino lady, made some comments that was very, very disrespectful to black conservatives and black Republicans, as well as Latinos. She believes, that you need to be on that Democrat plantation. And if you don't agree with that, something's wrong. Yeah, she actually made those comments. Check this out. ABC's Sonny Hostin condemned by Black Latino Republicans for disparaging remarks. That's racism right there. Yeah. Black conservatives, white liberals and black liberals despise the black conservative. They don't like Ben Carson. Ben Carson is one of the most brilliant minds out there. Thomas Sowell. They don't like Thomas Sowell. He's one of the most brilliant minds out there in economics. Check this out. The View's co-host Sonny Hostin contention that being a black Republican was an oxymoron, and she didn't understand black or Latino Republicans drew outrage from party members on Friday with accusations of racism and calls for an apology. But you will never, ever get an apology from a leftist. You won't. Hostin, after guest host Lindsey Granger, who's also black, by the way, said she was a Republican on Friday, interrupted her on the ABC Daytime Gabfest saying, quote, "I feel like that's an oxymoron, a black Republican." The panel became visibly uncomfortable as she went on to say, quote, "I don't understand either of you," referring to her co-host, co-host Ana Navarro, who remains a Republican despite her staunch support for Democrats. I don't understand why Ana Navarro is not a Democrat. She keeps voting for Democrats, keeps supporting them, and she has their values. Hostin then said, "I don't understand black Republicans, and I don't understand Latino Republicans." Well, I would suggest that Sonny Hostin actually look at what's going on down at the southern border. Lots of Latinos down there in Texas at the southern border. And guess what? They did not vote for Democrats. The Valley flipped from blue to red because they believe in law and order. They believe in securing the border. Now, Henry Cuellar, he is a Latino Democrat down there, but he's a conservative Democrat. And he doesn't agree with the leftist agenda for the most part. Yeah, he's a Democrat, but he's not like a Sonny Hostin Democrat. He's not even, the man can't stand Joe Biden. He can't. Because Joe Biden has pretty much, declared war on Texans. And he's not about that. The remarks drew outrage online from the right, and lawmakers and politicians who spoke with Fox News Digital uniformly condemned her comments. Texas Republican congressional candidate Mariah Flores said Hostin's remarks were racist and called on her to apologize immediately. Quote, "That's what you call racism," she said. "That's racism right there. When someone tells you because of the color of your skin, because of where you're from, you have to think a certain way." Close quote. Yeah, it is. The thing is, white liberals have told black people, you must vote for us. You must vote for us so you're not black. That's what Joe Biden said. White liberals have been pulling this game for a long time. They pretty much, think that they have the black vote on lock, and for the most part they have. And now they can get away with saying dumb things like Sonny Hostin and dumb things like Joe Biden. Because there was still a whole bunch of people, black people, that went out and voted for Joe Biden after he said, you ain't black if you don't vote for him. But anyway, quote, "She owes us a huge apology," she added. "I've been told from people from the left I should go back to Mexico. I've been called all kinds of names because I'm running as a Republican. The media are completely silent about it because it doesn't fit their agenda. She owes an apology to all of us. She's constantly spreading misinformation, constantly disrespecting our values. Honestly, shame on her and shame on The View." Flores, who was born in Mexico and is pursuing a House seat in Texas's 34th district, said she was raised with conservative values and wouldn't abandon them. Whereas Hostin, quote, "obviously doesn't understand our culture." Hostin, who is Afro-Latina, openly supports Democrats and fawned over Senator Elizabeth Warren, Democrat, in the show's interview with her on Friday. Yeah, the thing is, man, if you talk to black people, folks, this is what I don't understand about black people. Black people vote against their own best interests. They've been voting for Democrats forever. But if you talk to black people for the most part have conservative values. Black people do believe in families. Black people really don't, especially, the Christian ones. A lot of black people are Christians. They believe in the Bible. Leftists, they don't. A lot of black people, I believe, don't believe in abortion. But yet they'll vote for Democrats and black babies are aborted at the highest rate out of any racial group. And the woman that started Planned Parenthood, Margaret Sanger, was racist. She didn't like black people. And Democrats support that. But black people keep voting for Democrats. I just don't understand it. Quote, "Honestly, I feel it's a disrespect for her to talk about that way because she's obviously sold her values," Flores said. "Democrats continue to make promises to us. We've been taken for granted here in South Texas." Yep, Joe Biden. "They want to pretend like we don't exist. God, family, and hard work. That's who we are in the Hispanic community." Yeah. Hispanic families are very, very tight-knit. They believe in God just like black people. They believe in family just like black people. Folks, my grandparents, they had very, very strong Christian values. I can't imagine that they would be supporting a Joe Biden that openly supports abortion. Latinos, they overwhelmingly support voter ID. So do black people. But the leftists out there saying it's racist to show an ID to vote. This is ridiculous. White liberals truly do believe that black people are that weak. This is insane. Dr. Ben Carson, who ran for the 2016 Republican presidential nomination and served as President Trump's Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, likened Hostin's logic to, quote, "a relic of Jim Crow." He's right. Quote, "Freedom is the liberty to pursue happiness on one's own free will," Carson told Fox News Digital in a statement. The impudent behavior to tell others how they should think, feel, and live is a relic of Jim Crow and disgusting. Conservative ideals about faith, liberty, and community and life transcend race, sex, and religion. More Americans are coming to that realization, and that is why the left is so scared. Republican National Committee spokesperson and director of Black Media Affairs, Paris Denard, also condemned Hostin's comments. Quote, the millions of free-thinking, independent, black-minded Black and Latino Americans who are in the Republican Party should continue to ignore the personal attacks and attempts to intimidate them by liberals like Sonny Hostin. He told Fox News Digital in a statement, the view of the RNC is that all minority Republicans are valued, appreciated, and respected, and we look forward to welcoming even more into the GOP and seeing the record number of Black and Latino Republican candidates for Congress when Congress wins in November. Now, guys, you want to know the most successful Black people here in America? It's actually Nigerians. Black Nigerians come over here and they're very, very successful. You want to know why, guys? It's because they have not been contaminated by white liberals. White liberals have been telling Black people, you can't do this, you can't do that for decades. Vote for us. We're not going to do nothing for you, but hey, those Republicans are racist. This is what Black people are told here in America, that Republicans are racist. When the white liberals like Joe Biden always say racist stuff. Joe Biden was a segregationist. George Wallace, I've talked about him in the past. He was a white Democrat. He said segregation now, segregation tomorrow, and segregation forever in the 1960s. He ran again for governor in 1981 of Alabama. The man got over 90% of the Black vote. 90% of the Black vote. And this man was openly racist and a Democrat. And Black people voted for him. Sonny Hostin, man, pathetic. She's absolutely pathetic, man. She really is. This doesn't make any sense, man. Thomas Sowell is one of the greatest minds out there in economics. Thomas Sowell was a man in his 20s that started off as a far leftist. He was a Marxist, he said. And one day he woke up. And now, Thomas Sowell, man, he has multiple channels out there. I highly recommend you guys go and watch some Thomas Sowell videos. He will explain the truth on slavery, because the left, man, they're like reparations. No, I don't need no damn reparations. I was never a slave. My mother was never a slave. My grandfather was never a slave. I am a free man in this country. And I don't need handouts from the left just to control me. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, I know this was a longer video than I intended, but man, Sonny Hostin is pathetic. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.